Imagine a fully electric hatchback. It features a luxury interior, a large touchscreen console, and an advanced AI integration system. The starting price for this vehicle is $9,700, but if you live in the United States, you cannot buy it. It hits a legal wall, keeping it entirely out of the country. This is the BYD Seagull. When Western auto executives first saw the pricing for this car, many reportedly thought the math was impossible. But the math is real, and China is manufacturing these vehicles at a scale that is rapidly capturing global market share. Legacy automakers in Detroit, Germany, and Japan are heavily losing ground. Even Elon Musk's company has felt the pressure. BYD, a Chinese manufacturer that many Americans had never even heard of a few years ago, recently surpassed Tesla in global electric vehicle sales. In the span of just 5 years, China leapfrogged the United States and Japan to take the top spot in global auto exports. Decades of Western automotive dominance ended rapidly, and Washington is now reacting with heavy restrictions. The United States is actively drafting legislation to block Chinese automotive technology from American roads. The bans target the physical cars, the software, the sensors, and the communication chips inside them. The justification is national security. Modern EVs are rolling computers, mapping routes, tracking speeds, and packed with cameras, microphones, and internet connectivity. Officials fear foreign governments accessing this data, turning millions of connected vehicles on U.S. infrastructure into vulnerable endpoints during geopolitical conflicts. The data security threat is completely valid. Modern cars collect a staggering amount of personal information. But beneath the security debate lies a much harder reality for lawmakers to publicly admit. American manufacturing is actively losing the industrial competition. While Chinese companies offer $10,000 hatchbacks, Western automakers are hemorrhaging money on electric vehicles. Companies like Ford lose significant amounts of capital on specific EV models, struggling to achieve profitability even with higher price tags. The massive price gap comes down to a structural difference in how the companies operate. BYD utilizes a ruthless strategy of vertical integration. Western automakers rely on thousands of global suppliers. BYD owns its process, controlling lithium supply, manufacturing batteries, building motors, and developing software in-house. Every outside middleman adds profit margins. By cutting them out, BYD strips out added costs before the car reaches the dealership. Their pricing isn't the result of magic, and it cannot be entirely explained by government subsidies. It is the output of a tight, enclosed industrial architecture that Western competitors failed to build. The traditional auto industry also misunderstood what they were building. Modern electric vehicles operate less like mechanical cars and more like massive consumer electronics, powered by advanced batteries and touchscreens. Manufacturing high-tech consumer electronics is exactly where Chinese factories already hold absolute global dominance. They simply scaled up the batteries and added wheels. Today, China exports more vehicles than the United States and Japan combined. They produce at a volume that the rest of the world cannot match. This creates a self-reinforcing advantage. Producing massive quantities of batteries drives down the cost of every single cell. Cheaper components lead to more affordable cars, which drives higher sales volume. Every new factory spins the loop faster, funding highly capable software and rapid design cycles. The United States is responding by locking down its borders with heavy tariffs and strict technological regulations. But while America is building a protective wall, Chinese automakers are laying concrete for new factories around the world. They are expanding aggressively across Brazil, Mexico, Thailand, Indonesia, and the Middle East. These are rapidly growing consumer bases where buyers prioritize local affordability over Western geopolitical concerns. For billions of consumers in developing economies, the math is incredibly straightforward. If one country offers a high-tech EV for $12,000 and another offers a similar model for $50,000, the decision is entirely economic. Younger global demographics increasingly view these cars the exact same way previous generations viewed Japanese electronics. They are affordable, incredibly modern, and highly capable. Once global consumers stop associating Chinese manufacturing with low quality, traditional Western automotive brands lose their premium edge entirely. We are watching the global automotive industry fracture into two completely incompatible systems. System 1 is centered around the United States and its allies. It is a highly protected market, defined by national security restrictions, domestic production quotas, and significantly higher prices for consumers. System 2 is centered around China. It relies on massive industrial scale, rapid expansion across the developing world, and aggressively cheap technology that captures huge swaths of the global population. Banning these vehicles from American roads provides temporary breathing room for legacy automakers at home, but it will not slow down the factories overseas. America risks turning itself into an isolated, expensive automotive island, while the next industrial superpower rapidly captures the rest of the planet.